All right, you guys, it's the last day of August. This is it, the end of the month. I will just say very quickly, I know a lot of you are still pushing for goals. So hopefully you're able to focus with us for the next 30 minutes. If not, don't worry, this will be on the YouTube. But if you are pushing for goals, don't stop. It's only 7:30. You have time to make magic happen. We've all seen it. Ricky's on here. Magic happened for Ricky late last night. Magic happens for people at all different times of the day. So just keep pushing. If you've got a goal, keep pushing. But just know that I would hopefully you can pay attention for at least 30 minutes so we can start working on September. So before we get started, you guys have probably already seen it circulating on all the team pages. Tomorrow night is a State of Lavelle call, and they say they're going to talk to us about a new product. And I'm just throwing this out there. Sometimes when they say that, they actually launch a product. I don't know if they will, but I don't know that they won't. And even if they don't launch the new one, maybe they'll throw out something new. So I totally encourage you to be on those calls. And maybe Mario or somebody might even record it. I don't know, but hopefully you can get on live. If not, just know that there could be something exciting tomorrow. And before we actually dive all the way into like our planning for September, I just want to talk really quickly for those of you that did earn the GOAT. This is for anybody really, because we're all selling stuff. But remember, if you earned the GOAT, starting tomorrow through the end of September, your commissions will be doubled on promoter pack sales for your first 4 levels, just promoter packs, not a promoter order. When a promoter orders a pack, the 200, 400, 800, you will be getting double commission on those for your levels 1, which are who you brought into the company, and then 2, 3, 4 as the line goes down. And then for your retail sales, you will be getting double on your personals, and then your level 1, 2, and 3 under that. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So if you're a GOAT winner, I would be racking my brain right now about how you're going to do retail sales for your personal customers and some of your customers' customers, right? And I would be figuring out a way to make promoter packs really exciting for either new people coming in or people who are already on your team. Sarah, do auto ship? Yes, your auto ship customers are your personal customers and they count for your retail. So yes, good question. So I'm just gonna, so we'll, I don't even have all that figured out yet. So that's why I'm just saying, like, start brainstorming with yourself. Like, what are you going to do to start, like if you earn the GOAT, don't let it slip you by. Like, yes, you'll still get the double on what you would have gotten anyway, but why not take it and take advantage of it? You have got an entire month that you could be doubling your commission on those particular things. So keep that in mind. And then one more thing before we dive in tonight, there's a lot of stuff to do before we dive in tonight. I put a poll out yesterday and I said, which is just a joke, there is a mastermind training for Dream Team. It is September 29th. That is a Tuesday. I know that's hard, but I also know you have 4 weeks. So some of you will be like an absolute no. I get it, and I'm sorry. I didn't pick the date like a Tuesday to be mean. It'll all make sense when it happens. But there's going to be a mastermind training. I'm still working with the place to figure out headcount wise what they're going to allow us to do, kind of thing. Freaking COVID. But we are having it. It will for sure be from 11 to 4, maybe even 10 to 4 if I can figure this out. But just know I'm working on it. And I know, like, it's really easy to be like, oh, it's a Tuesday. No, I can't go. But think hard about this. Think, why would Tammy take the time to put together a mastermind? Why would she, like, work with the place to have a thing if it wasn't going to be awesome? Right? So think about that. And we will try to do, like, as much, like, not FaceTime. I don't know. What like record it live. I don't know if I'll do a Facebook Live because that's usually a bad reception, but maybe we'll try to record as much as we can, like, and I can put it on the YouTube for those of you that can't make it. But just know that if you're like, I don't know if I want to go, you totally want to go, right? Yeah, and Sam is all the way in Arizona, so she'll clearly be watching a YouTube. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on. Yes, I know it's hard to take it to, yeah, I know. Sonya's going to be all the way in Colorado. Okay, you two have valid reasons. I totally get it. But the rest of you, think about it. Like, think about asking your boss now, or asking someone at work if they can cover with you or switch with you, or however you want to do it, because this will be really good for your business. So anyway, I'll be dropping in hints here and there, but I will be getting a firm head count. I need to know from you guys who is like legit in. And please, I need to know if you're legit in, because if they come back to me and say, I'm only allowed to have a certain number of people and people don't show up, I'm not gonna be very happy. Not that that will matter in the long run for your life, but it'll make me mad. So anyway, let's talk about September. Are you guys ready for September? Yes, I'm excited for September. Oh, I'm missing chats. Dang, I hate I have an appointment I can't change. Sarah, okay. Shantae, I am in, okay. It's gonna be good. Anyway, all right. So if you were on the power plan last night, we talked a little bit about this. I didn't go into full detail because let's be honest, that's not my whole team. Like, that's a lot of people. And if you were on this Zoom last week, we talked a little bit about the 12-week year. And so what I want you guys to do tonight, so I asked you to come to, Lisa says I'll be there. Oh, Olivia, do you have a location so I know if I can be back before the kids get off the bus? What time do your kids get off the bus? 4:30? Yeah. You could be home by 4:30. And honestly, if you had to leave a little early, you could be home by 4:30. I love how I'm just like leaving hints and not really telling people anything. This is kind of fun. Shannon
Can you hear me?
What's it?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Caleb will be here. He's off that day, but
Okay.
I just needed to know if I was going to have to like beat feet home.
Yeah. Well, and you could leave early. You could totally leave early. That's cool.
No.
I know. Okay. I lost track. Anyway, so we're going to talk about our goals for September. And I want to be really specific because I think that's part of the problem. I know, and when I say these things, I'm not talking about you because there's a bunch of you. I'm talking about myself. And I feel like if I struggle with it, somebody else probably struggles with it because I love goal setting and all that stuff, and I still screw it up. So I asked you guys to come tonight or to think right now about a business goal, a personal goal, and an income goal. And I know some people sent me a message. They're like, yeah, but my business and my income are the same thing. No, they're not. No, they're not. And I will explain. And I'm going to probably just try to help you break down the one goal on your own and then like tonight together, and then you guys can do it on your own. But basically what I want you to focus on, well, let's just talk about your business goal. If you are comfortable sharing your business goal, you can do that in the chat right now. Otherwise, I'm just going to make one up. Okay. And then we'll kind of go from there. So, and here's the difference between your business goal and your income goal. When you talk about your business and building your business and having goals for your business, that's like, we talked about this before, how we talked about separate checking accounts, have your commission comes to your business, your paycheck goes to you. So if you're building your business, yes, hopefully your paycheck goes up. But I want to talk about building your business. And then when it comes to your income goal, it could be something like reducing your expenses, upping your savings, working with a financial planner. There's a lot of things that have to do with your income and your wealth that are separate from your business. And I think it's really important to keep that in mind, that your business is something that you are building that is, it's not you, it's not who you are. This is your business. From the business, you make money. Okay, so that's why those are two different goals. Shantae says, I am aiming for 2 12Ks and 4 4Ks. So see how and that's perfect. Thank you, Shantae. See how that's about how she's building her team. So that's actually like a business goal. Obviously, her income is going to go up if she's got 2 12Ks and 4 4Ks. And so she can then decide on a separate goal what she's going to do about that extra money coming in. Is she going to start paying off credit card debt? Is she going to start saving? Or is she going to have to fix the fan where it fell? Like we all saw it before I hit record. The poor girl is cleaning up water damage. So those are separate things. So anyway, all right, so let's talk about, so let's just say that I'm going to take Shantae's and just take a snippet of it. Let's say that your goal is to add 1 12K to your team. Okay. So I want you to write that down on a sheet of paper or whatever. That would be like that's your goal. That is your spot. Like that's the target. That's where we're headed. Now around that, like it's so good to be like, oh yeah, I want to get a 12K. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. How? Like they don't fall out of the sky, because trust me, if they did, I would be out there with the bucket and I'd catch every last one of them. I'd like fight you off. So how do you get, it was actually, that's what I mean, the roof damage that caused the fan. So how do you get a 12, what do you have to do to get a 12K? Well, basics, like, so now around your goal, I want you to start writing some of the different things. So you got to do reach outs, right? You've got to do like team building specifically with your 4Ks. Because if you already have a 4K on your team, you need to be focused on them to build them up to 12s. Because you might find a newbie that's going to come in and hit 12K, but you also may have several 4Ks sitting there simmering at 4K when they could boost to 12K if they had some maybe extra training. So there's lots of different things that you're going to do, right? Like you're going to do the reach outs, Facebook posts, join groups, all the things that we talk about. That's going to be like how you're going to get your new 12K. So let's go into the offshoot of one of those is that we're going to do more team training with our 4Ks. Okay, so how? What are you going to do? Are you going to start meeting with your 4Ks on a Zoom once a week? Are you going to start feeding your 4Ks in a private group chat every day? Are you going to start doing incentives for your 4Ks to hit 12K? Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, it's really good to say we want to add a 12K, and it's great to have that goal, but you can't just set the goal. You have to get a path of how you're going to get there. So we're working backwards. So we've said we want a 12K. One of the ways we're going to do that is to help educate our current team. So how are we going to educate them or build them up? Are we going to incentivize them? Are we going to train them? So, okay, let's say, yes, we said incentivize. Well, what kind of incentives are you going to do? Are you going to offer them free product for every $1,000 in volume they bring in? Are you going to buy them Lavelle gear when they hit 8K? Like, what are you going to do? Okay, and I'm just using this as, oh, Natasha, wait, I'm holding locals at my house. I'm missing some stuff here. I'm sorry. I'm holding locals at my house. My third one. Good. Shantae's been having at-home locals. Like, COVID be damned, okay? Like, you can have a small gathering. Natasha, I was just talking about all the spider webs out from my goals on a lot. Oh, you did not. And did you really? I'll have to go watch it. That is so crazy. We're like, right there, girl, right there. Okay, because here's the mistake I make. I say things like, oh, I'm going to add a couple 12Ks to my team. And then I'm like, okay, who wants to be it? What the hell? But literally, I'm like, okay, who wants to be 12K? Well, freaking everybody wants to, right? But that doesn't help you any. So now that you have this, I like how you said that word spider web. Now that you have this spider web and you have these points in your spider web, they go all the way back to, I already forgot, we were going to train them, or we were going to incentivize them. Okay, so now, so you've decided you're going to give an incentive for every $1,000 they bring in. Okay, what is it going to be? How are you going to have these 4Ks or like anybody that's what 8K and, or I guess 11,999 below, you're going to put them in a private group. You're going to put them in a group chat. Like, what are you going to do? And so here's my point. Now that you know, you have this one goal and you have this spider web, you have to go to the farthest edge of that spider web. That has to be your first to do. So week one, you've obviously got to set up the group chat or the group, whatever. You have to announce the incentive. You have to pump the training. Like, is that where you're going to start doing a Zoom once a week for people who want to hit 12K? And then maybe week 2 of September, you know, you've already got this, you've got the chat set up, you've got those things are ironed out now. Week 2, you make sure everyone that's new gets added, because that would be new people hopefully by week 2 that you're adding. And then now what are you doing? Are you bringing in a special guest for your Zoom? Are you are you being more specific about the incentive? Like, did somebody earn the incentive already? Has somebody already hit $1,000 in the first week? Are you announcing these things? You have to have these action steps to get to where you want to go. So like, for example, I'll just be super honest. I mean, I have had 200K written at the top of my calendar for 5 years. And it's super easy to be like, oh, I get on every day and I do my reach outs. And I mean, I'm active in my team. Like there are days where I'm like, I feel like I do all the things, but do I? Like, do I really plan it out and do it? Or do I fly by the seat of my pants and go, oh, it's a Tuesday, I should come up with some sort of incentive. Let me look and see who's struggling. I'll incentivize them. That's not really a great way to plan out your business. That's being reactive and not Am I saying that right? Yeah, that's being reactive, not active. So now that you know your steps, and again, I'm just using this as an example, you're going to have to think really hard when we get off of here about your actual goal and what you want to do. Now that you know this, you can say, okay, week 1, 2, 3, and 4 of September, week 1, I'm going to set up the chats. I'm going to explain the incentive, and I'm going to start a weekly training program. Week 2, I'm going to announce who's already got the incentive or like who's making their way up the ladder. I'm going to pump in more training. I'm going to add new people. Week 3, like you have to like start making those steps so that you can actually make this happen. So like, for example, like, I mean, people come to me all the time. Hey, Tammy, I want to work out with you because I want to lose weight. Okay, well, I can guarantee you working out with me is not a guarantee they're going to lose weight. So their goal is to lose weight. One prong of that is to exercise. One prong is going to have to be nutrition. One prong is going to have to be like maybe talking to their doctor. Maybe they have something wrong with them, right? And so even when they say they're going to exercise, like, how are they going to exercise? They have to make a schedule on the days they can do it. They have to maybe get a friend. Maybe they need a buddy. Maybe they need an accountability buddy. So, maybe a couple of you guys that are 40Ks or up, maybe you get together and you combine your teams for training to try to bring people up to 12K. Right? Like, just start, like, think out of the box, think what you can do and how you can actually make it an action step. Because here's the trick, and I was thinking of this earlier today. There are activities that we do with our business that are like actually, I'll call them high profit, right? Like there are things that we do that legit make money, that legit move the needle, that actually like build our business. And then there are things that don't, but they're fun, or we got distracted. So I want you to think about a doctor in the middle of performing surgery. Pretty high task, right? A high income task. He gets a text. Does he answer it? Or does he keep doing surgery? Right? I mean, that's like the most extreme example of it, but I think that makes my point. There are times where I'm in the middle of doing whatever and the little ping pops up and I'm like, oh, group chat, better answer it. Nope, I don't need to answer it right now. I need to finish what I was doing. Right? Or there's a time when I'm like, I'm going to sit down and do my reach outs. And the next thing I know, I'm watching a dog video on YouTube. Right? So imagine if that doctor was like, oh, open heart surgery. But my wife just said there's this really funny show on. So can we pull that up and he'll be fine. We'll just let him sit there and wait for a minute. Right? So again, I know it's an extreme, but that's what we do to our own business. Like if this business is the thing that's going to take you to where you want to go. And again, I don't know where you want to go. You guys know where you want to go. You have to know what are your high productive activities? Like what are the tasks that move the needle? So it may seem weird that opening setting up a group chat with your 11Ks and down, that might not seem like a big deal, but that's going to be a very high productive task. Setting up an incentive for them, that's going to be a high productivity task. Versus sending out one-on-one messages saying, hey, do you want to join my group? Like, just take what you have and turn it into something. So same thing, like if one of your goals is, I'm going to do extra reach outs this week. Well, how are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? Are you going to use your phone or are you going to use your computer? Are you going to do it in the afternoon? Are you going to do it in the morning? Like put it on your schedule, like make it say at 8 a.m. I'm going to sit down at my computer and you guys, it makes a difference. I've told you this. If you sit at your computer, if you have the ability to do that and you can right click and open everyone's Facebook page individually, you can burn through your reach outs versus scrolling through your phone trying to find someone to connect with. So if you write it down and 8 o'clock, I'm going to sit at my computer. I'm going to open 30 Facebook pages of friends. I'm going to send out chats. That's like an actual high activity task versus I'm going to do some reach outs this afternoon. I mean, surely you feel and see the difference in how that sets yourself up. So again, it's so good to be like, I'm going to do reach outs, but how? What are you going to talk about? Week 1, what are you going to talk about? Week 2, what are you going to talk about? Are you going to talk to your auto ship people? Are you going to talk to new people? Like you got to really plan this stuff out. So I and I don't want to take all night because I want you guys to have time after this. I want you to start with your goals. Put your big goal in the middle and start building out. How are you going to do it? So again, like, and I mean, I know this is not business related, but I think people can connect to this right away. When somebody says, I want to get healthy. Okay, well, off of that, we're going to have to eat right. We're going to have to work out. We probably have to talk to our doctor. Or maybe we need to learn to control our stress. There's going to be lots of things that come off of that to get healthy. So when you say to me, I want to be 40K, girl, I get it. And TJ, I get it. I want all these things too, but we have to be more specific about how, when, right? Like everyone talks about like the why of your business. And again, like I told you, we've all got a why. It's the want. And if you really truly want it, then you will figure out a way to do it. And a lot of times I will figure out a way to do it, but then I don't put it into actual action steps to where I say, like, I mean, I'm in an accountability group right now. We check in on each other every night. How many reach outs did you do? Some nights I am scrambling to get them done. Some nights I'm not done. Some days I have them done before noon. Well, that's not really that great. Like, all of a sudden the goal became make sure I get my reach outs in versus make sure I'm talking to all the moms at 8 a.m. Make sure I'm talking to all the, people who want to lose weight at 3 p.m. Like, be more specific about what we're doing. I'm missing some chats. I love this idea. Thank you. SMART goals. Yeah. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Exactly. Are you a teacher? No, I haven't. Oh, quality management. Oh, girl, you could probably teach this right now. And here's the thing too, like, so if you have on your calendar that you're going to talk to your 4K group every day at 2, and then every day at 4, you're going to do whatever, then you can actually see, is that working for you? Are you actually doing it? Because at the end of the week, if you go back and you haven't done those things, something's wrong. We got to fix that plan. Don't wait till the end of September to be like, yeah, it didn't work. Didn't work for me. My plan didn't work. Because I've done it. I've waited entire 6 months before, like, that wasn't working. I probably should have changed that sooner. And then one of the other things I hear a lot, and this is just something, so if you are, like I read in my book, he says it a million times. If he said it once, he said it a million times. If you are not in control of your time, you are not in control of your results. So when people come to me and they're like, oh, you were talking about doing reach outs in the morning. My mornings are crazy. I can't, mornings are, okay, cool. So morning's not your time. When is your time? Right? When is your time? And then some people say, oh, I do when I get home from work. And then I can't do it because I got to get the kids here and the kids there. We got to do it. Okay, great. That's not your time. When is your time? Say that part again. If you're not in control of your time, you are not in control of your results. You're welcome. So, and I know, like, it's just being human to be like, oh, I can't, I'm busy. I can't do it. Okay, well, these are your goals. I'm not writing these down for you. I'm not making this up. I'm not saying, okay, Sandra, I want you to talk to people at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I don't, this is you. So you guys look at your calendar and like, that's like, for me, that's what I said the other night on the Zoom. Like, when people come at me and they're like, you don't understand, my schedule's crazy. Okay, yeah, I do. So I already know every morning I'm with clients. I already know at night I'm with clients. I know in the afternoon we're most likely bin bossing. Maybe I had to get in a dentist appointment. I had to take my dog to the vet today. And then when I got done at work tonight, I came home to do a Zoom. I get having a crazy schedule, but I also get seeing it. And then that's when you can identify those times. You're like, oh, wait, I have a half an hour right here. Like, I'm dropping off Sally and I've got to wait in line for 20 minutes. I can send out reach outs. That could be my 20 minutes to talk to my 4Ks. That could be my 20 minutes to talk to my people who are in VIP. That could be like, but you're not going to know that if you're not looking at it. So if you're just waiting for the time, if you're like, oh, I'll have fun, I'll find time tonight to do my reach outs, it's not going to happen. So you have to start taking control of your time and your schedule, and then don't just have the open block and be like, oh, I'm going to work. Because you guys, I did this for years. Oh, I have an opening from 10 to 12. I'll do my Thrive business. Okay, so I go into my office, I get logged on, I'm on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a cute outfit, and she liked my photo, oh my God. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's noon. My time is gone. Because why? Because I was just going to work my business from my phone or from my computer. What do you mean, Tammy? What does work your business mean? What was I supposed to be doing in those 2 hours? Was I supposed to watch the garden video? Probably not. Right? You guys all know what I'm talking about. So take your goal, and you don't have to do, like, I wanted you to come tonight with your 3 goals. You don't have to do all these now. Like, don't overwhelm yourself with that. But I just want you to start thinking about how your business goal and your personal goal, like maybe you have a goal, like Laura right now is in the process of just completely decluttering her entire home. That's a personal goal. And so she could say, okay, I want to work on the basement. I want to work on Tori's stuff. It's in the far right corner, and I'm going to allocate 30 minutes a day for that. Well, that's her personal goal. So then where does her business goals fit in? Where do her income goals fit in? When can she sit down and pay her bills, or maybe talk to the financial planner, or maybe look into, like if you guys are worried about money, go through your bills. There's probably a lot of shit you're paying for you don't need, or you can reduce payments on. Like, it happens all the time. Call cable, cut it off. My God, 2020, cut off cable, be done. Like, they suck all your money and they just have like negative stories on TV anyway, right? That's just my personal opinion. But so there's different things that you could be doing to work on. And I don't want you to feel like that I come to you and say, oh, you have to work on your business all the time. That's up to you. I don't know what you want to do with your business. I know I like to work on it all the time because I this is my business. This is my job. So anyway, I've talked a lot. Does anybody have any questions? Am I making sense? Did anybody else get the 12-year book or 12-week year? Did anyone listen to it or start paying attention to it? There's a lot of free resources on their website where you can go and get some of the like graphs. I even saw some free like YouTube where people were like kind of going over parts of it. Because I'll be honest, the narrator, he's a little soft-spoken for me. And I needed somebody to like lay it out and yell at me. So I had to watch a couple YouTubes too. But I just want you to know that, like, because I feel like every single month we get together, we like, okay, what's your goals? And then I used to like put Post-it notes, like Sonia wants to be this, Sandra wants to be this. And I'd have your notes, I'd have your names and your numbers up here on the board. But I had no freaking clue how you were going to do it or get there. And so I don't want to be that leader anymore. If you come to me and you say, I want to be 12K, well, how? What are you doing? What days are we doing it on? How long during the day are you doing it? Are you doing the same thing every day? Did you do that once a week? Like, let's get specific, because I feel like we're dicking around. Like, we could be doing a whole lot more if we would be really specific with our goals. Look at that baby. I see Natasha's dog. Sandra, do you have a question? I can't unmute you, but I saw you thinking, I thought.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking over here. So it's kind of like with my whole, my physical fitness journey. I started in March, but this is what my overall goal is. So I weight lift 3 days a week, cardio 5 days a week. So taking the specific goal here, rather than looking at it all and thinking, oh my gosh, where in the heck do I begin? You've got your umbrella. Each umbrella has the little spokes. That goal is at the point of the umbrella, and then the things that you're going to do to get there are like the little points. Sorry, y'all, I'm visual.
Oh, but like, even case in point, when you said I do weights 3 days a week. Okay, well, under the 3 days a week, were you doing legs on Monday, upper body on Tuesday, like, right? And then when you said you did cardio 2 days a week, was it 20 minutes on the elliptical one day and a half an hour on the, like, be specific. And like, what days did you go and what time of day did you go?
So like, you have to break it down. So like, if you want to just focus, like where my thinking is, okay, my customers that need to thrive for free. Okay. That's going to be one of the pieces that I'm focusing on. And some of the tactics that I've used have not worked. Okay. Well, let's look at doing something different, because that obviously didn't work. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to go back into my notes from when I was at Leadership Conference. Sally Garcia had these amazing ideas. I'm going to go dig in there and find what was Sally doing. She was busting them out like crazy.
Yep.
So, oh man, none of us are going to be able to sleep tonight.
Hopefully this is getting you guys thinking about, we've talked about this before, it's being intentional. Like, you got to be intentional with your time, because you guys all know it's really easy to get to the end of the day and be like, oh, I didn't get XYZ done that I was going to do today. Now, Is life going to happen? Yes. Are you going to have, like, I'm going to reach out to people from 11:30 to 12 and you're going to get a call from the school and your kid is, throwing up and you have to go get him? Yeah, I get that. But that's not going to be every day. So let's say at the end of the week that happens one day, you still have 6 days that you are on task versus being like, oh, I missed that one. Screw it. 11:30 doesn't work for me. My kid got sick. No, that was one time. So, because here's the thing, at the end of the week, that's when, so next week when we get together, I'm going to ask you, what did you have set up? Did you do it? Can you go through, because we're going to start grading ourselves. Like, because here's the thing, if I say, like during the shutdown, I got up every morning and I could do my Facebook story literally by 5 a.m. because I had nowhere to go and I was just sitting in bed. Now I get up and I'll be like, oh, it's 8:30. I haven't even done my Facebook story yet. Oh, I better hop on. So things are going to change for you. So I like, if you had asked me about my Facebook stories in March, April, and May, I'd be like 100%, because I do them in the morning. Well, here I am still trying to do them in the morning. Well, that doesn't work. So I'm probably at a 50% now. Well, okay, a 50% grade means I'm sucking and I need to rearrange. So maybe I need to not try to be on first thing in the morning anymore and set myself up to say every day at lunch I get on, right? Mornings are crazy. I don't have kids. We have clients and it's crazy. So at the end of the week, we're going to say, okay, these were the goals you set. Here are the steps you were going to take. If you had to grade yourself, what would you give yourself? Did you get an A? Did you get a C? Did you get an F? And then based on that, we're going to tweak it. We're not going to be like, I'm a loser. I suck. I'm never going to make it to 12K. We're going to go, no, you know what? Morning wasn't working out for you. Why don't we try this on your lunch break? Or why don't we try this before you go to bed at night? I'll look at what she said. Yes, I agree with Laura. Oh, I missed something from Laura. Let's start a thread of throwback note. I missed that somewhere. You need to share. Oh, we need to share. Yeah. Yeah. There's so much knowledge in this team. It's unreal. And even though we haven't had a Thrive-Palooza, we basically are a walking Thrive-Palooza. So anyway, do you feel prepared to get off of here tonight and start mapping out your calendar? So when you're thinking of the spider web or the umbrella, when you get to those dots, you're not done. That's just the start. So then you're gonna, in Sandra's example, when she said, I'm gonna lift weights, I'm gonna do cardio. I'm gonna break my weights up to leg day, upper body, lower body. Okay, that's great. What day are you gonna do upper body? What time are you gonna do upper body? How long are you gonna do upper body? So same thing, when you say, I'm gonna do 35 reach outs a day, what time are you gonna do this? Are you gonna try to do 5 in the morning and 5 at night? Like, you're gonna spread it out, or you're gonna sit down and do them all? Like, be specific with what you're gonna do. And for people that, you're gonna need some rest gel. For people that have weird all over the board schedules like me, like that's, you guys, I know some people laugh. I've heard it. It's fine. I have this giant calendar for a reason. Like, I don't know if I'm coming and going if I don't know where my calendar is. So my Tuesdays are completely different than my Monday. So I already know I'm not going to say, let's do a training and let's do 35 reach outs and let's do blah, blah, blah on a Monday. I'm lucky to brush my teeth on a Monday, but on a Tuesday, I could do those things. So again, know your schedule. I'm not asking you to change your schedule. I'm asking you to know your schedule. If you know you're at work from 9 to 5 and you can't be on your phone, guess what? That's not your time. That's not your time. So do some of us have more time than others? Yes. Did I used to do all my group chats from the bathroom in between clients? Yes. Do I still sometimes? Yes. I can tell you, Samantha does group chats, or she used to do all of them from the color room. She'd be in the back mixing up hair color. You could hear her stirring it and talking about it, and then she would do her group chats. So don't think that you can't do it. It's just a matter of knowing your schedule so you can find time to do it. Like, to me, when I switch clients out, and some of my clients are on here, the first thing I do is I pee. Well, no, that's a lie. The first thing I do is check my phone. And then on my way to the bathroom, I find out what I need to do. I tinkle and I return messages. And then I come back out and train a new client. Like, that's just part of my process. So I don't know. I'm just trying to yeah, Shantae, yeah, you're probably mixing up color and talking to people too. Yeah. So it can be done. And so then, some of you might have to do more work on the weekends than you do during the week. I get it. That's okay. It's okay. If it means something to you, you'll do it. Like, when I think of Tom and I in our Bin Boss business, we clean garbage cans. It's not glamorous, but we love it and we do it because it's our business. So if I have to send text messages from the toilet, it's not glamorous, but I'll do it. With me? Okay. Anyway, this was fun. I hope you liked it. And next week, I'm going to check back with you. So think about your goals, get your spider web or your umbrella ready, and then pull out your calendar and get jiggy. And you know what? Like for those of you that are OCD like me, don't pull out your actual calendar yet. Just use a blank piece of notebook paper. Like start figuring it out on a blank piece of notebook paper. Because if you mess up your actual calendar, you will freak out. At least I would. All right. Anyway, love you all. Bye.